There are 4 progressive stages how we can relate to all types of desires in our lives. We're going to use an image of food, but food is just one example. The first level is the first way that we relate to life, and this is like reactive way. The reactive way of living is indulgence, attachment. We feel attached to these desires, attached to our foods, attached to the foods that we like, to the extent where we become enslaved to them. A person loves to have their coffee an exact way every single day. They don't have their coffee that day in the morning the exact way they usually have it, their whole day is off kilter. This means that a person is totally attached to the foods that they have. This is one way of living. Then a person wants to evolve and get to a higher state. The higher state is like, okay, I don't really care anymore. Doesn't really matter if I have my coffee this way, have my coffee the other way, nothing really matters. So your person elevates himself to a state where it says, I'm not attached any longer to things that are outside of me in order to create my equilibrium. I'm going to refrain from eating. I'm going to stop. I'm going to, in practice, maybe fast to show, let's say every single morning at a certain period of time, let's say every morning at 8 o'clock, I have my coffee. Okay, from now on, I'm not eating till 10 o'clock. What that's really showing is that you're the bigger person. You're higher than that. And you have self-control, and you're not dependent on that cup of coffee for your mindset to be in a proper state. This is the level of non-attachment. So you go from a place of attachment and indulgence to a place where I'm not attached, I'm not connected, I'm bigger. That's stage 2. Stage 3 is where you realize that when I'm saying to myself that I don't want it, that in itself is a perverse way of saying that I'm actually still connected to it. If I have to refrain myself from that cup of coffee and say, no, I'll not have that coffee every single day at 8 o'clock, that means that on a deep level, I'm still very much connected to the cup of coffee. But there's 2 ways I have to deal with it. Either I'm going to indulge and have the coffee, or I'm not going to have the coffee, but the coffee is really a matter in my life, and it really plays a strong role. So level 2 is refraining from it, but I'm still connected to it. Level 3 is I'm so disconnected from whether I do have the coffee this particular way or that particular way, that doesn't actually matter to me anymore. I'm beyond being attached. Not non-attached, which non-attached is the opposite of attached. I'm beyond attachment. Level 1 is attachment. Level 2 is non-attachment. Level 3 is beyond attachment. It doesn't really matter. It can be this way, it can be that way, because it doesn't matter to me. I'm good either way. That's level 3. Level 4 is the recognition that every single thing in this world that has a particular quality to it, if I'm attracted to certain foods because it tastes good, there's a reason for that. There's a soul, spiritual reason for my soul that it's connected to that particular type of coffee. If I like that taste in food, if you like sweet foods, or another person likes sour foods, another person likes savory foods, every single taste that is connected to us is what we like. If I feel connected to it, not because I'm enslaved to it, not because I have to have it, but I recognize that there's a spiritual reason for me to do that. There's a spiritual reason for me to eat those foods and connect to those foods. And I recognize that where is the specific quality, the divine spiritual quality of that food, where does that specifically rest? In the taste of that food. So I'm going to connect to that taste and recognize that the taste comes from the Creator, and thank Hashem and thank God for all the beautiful tastes that He created in this world for me to enjoy.